which proves I'm not the only one that does it.
Oh, Silver, you made it on time! Hooray!
I just got home and I have the
Well,
hiccups. God damn it.
guys, honestly, if I'm going to guess who... If I'm going to guess who the anonymous iguana is, I'm going to guess it's Will. Anyways, today we have Rebirth of a Lost God, Rebooted, Carl, do an introduction here. Sorry. I finally got them all in the notes. The problem is there are a bunch of trolls, and I have to control them. I am Matt, your host today. We have Rebirth of a Lost God, Rebooted, Part 3, and, 1 second.
Oh my god.
It's only been 3 already? Holy shit.
And, let me make sure this is actually streaming.
Oh my
It's
god.
only been 3.
Yeah, okay. We're good. Comments aren't coming up, which is why I was concerned. But, yes. So, for those of you who were not here last time, why don't I have Keith go over what happened last time?
I've come to make an announcement.
No, that's not in the notes. Just go to the notes. That'll help you, buddy.
Hey guys, Matt here.
Nope.
It's
player notes from the 4th. Stop. Maybe, I understand now why you're always a little salty, Keith. You're obtuse, so that means you're never right.
Actually, on that one, I did make a mistake. The campfire was closed, but we forced I wrote this. Our way in. Ringo was there. Balls to the wall. Nothing came of this. Balthazar got wasted, knocked a girl up, she's dead now. To get bones. Balthazar just bought them from a butcher.
That was actually one of the recommended ways to do it, by the way.
Wait, Balthazar is actually dead.
No, Balthazar's not dead. Another goblin is dead.
They then went to get some fruit.
Did someone die like Thursday or something? I
No,
thought I saw that.
Someone died Thursdays. Hold your horses, Will. We're doing the recap.
Oh.
Just a nameless baby mama.
Yes.
They then went to get some fruit. We climbed a tree and fought a mushroom guy that brainwashed it was Gorfish. Finally, they collected poisonous caterpillars. Later, Tarty, that needs to be capitalized.
You wrote that, right?
And you wrote that one word.
No, I did not.
And got eaten by a wolf. Lost all his memories. We learned Tarty is a tyrant fruit. Balthazar tells the gang tyrant fruit is one of 3 things he's not allergic to. They go off to fight the wolf. Keith's done writing. Someone else type how this ended. The gang manages to finish the test and join the misspelled Magambia. And as they join, teachers mention a sighting of the newest professor, that they are going to throw a party at the campfire for making the final cut of students for the newest class of the misspelled Magambia.
Is it misspelled though? I mean, Matt spelled it that way.
G. 2 A's after the G, not 1.
Oh.
Also, it's supposed to be capitalized.
Yes, it is. So, yes.
I was just wondering because I'm like, Magambia was spelled that way by Matt down here, so I'm like, is that wrong?
We haven't gone to that. Hey guys, Matt here.
No, those are internal. Keep those like.
Also, there's a capital A now.
Keep those notes like your intrusive thoughts hidden.
Like their intrusive thoughts. Oh boy. Someone using detect thoughts and probing my brain.
You do not need an apostrophe on those S. There is no implied ownership.
Guys, okay. So, after your little initiation ceremony, the teachers send you off with 5 gold to buy drinks at the campfire, which is currently the map we're on. I am getting that name correct, right, Alvar? It's the campfire for your bar?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I still have hiccups.
So, you guys would be the last to arrive at the campfire. And if you would do me the pleasure of placing yourself outside of the bar itself on this side.
Where are we at? Where's the box that we can put our shit in? I'm guessing where the steps are.
Yeah. Also, where is Keith, Zeros? Are you both still on the game, or is my Roll20
Yeah, I'm still on the game.
I forgot to hit launch.
That makes sense. So, Zeros, do you want to drag your guy on, or should I do that for you?
I can do it. Just a moment.
Yeah, of course.
That's not the correct plural for fraternity.
Of what?
That's not the correct plural for fraternities.
I wouldn't know what the correct plural for fraternity was. I wasn't never in one.
It ends in IES because it ends in a Y.
Okay. No need to be a grammar Karen on me, Keith.
Oh yeah, what was that? Most of it's fine.
Hey, let's be honest here. At least we know how to get under Keith's skin.
I don't know if campfire should be capitalized or not, so I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah, for some reason it bugged out on me. I'm gonna refresh this real quick.
Sounds good. So, Alvera, I do have a question for Alvera on the other side of the bar, which is, how would you react to your bar being this full?
To be fair, she'd be a little surprised because it's at least one of the other times it's been as full as it is.
What was the other time it's been this full?
At least a couple years, to be honest. She gets a decent amount of people, but not as full as this, though. Not very often, anyway.
By the way, it looks like Ringo's here again.
Oh,
He never left.
He never left.
Oh, so I finally ceased the hiccups, so we're good now.
Yes, and if you want to put Estriel on the board.
Hold on. Where's everybody?
He's just murmuring drunkenly. You misspelled Tumbu.
Yes, far away from Osiriologist lands.
Where the hell's everybody at?
Over on this little side here, you can place yourself on the stairs, on the little balcony here, but I do want to give you an idea of what's currently going on as you enter the bar, so.
Alright, and I'm supposing I'm putting the bird, so I'm putting the bird down too.
Bird will have to wait outside. Or does Alvera allow things that are on fire aside from herself and her establishment?
Yes, the snake.
Particularly wild animals who have less of a control over it.
Yes, the snake.
I mean, even if something such as the Firebird were to enter the establishment, she'd just have to keep a really close eye.
Yes. Fair enough. And, Will, you want to draw up Cardi on? Frondy will have to wait outside, because Frondy's racist.
Hooray!
Also extremely big. I'm not sure if Frondy... Can Frondy fit in here?
Well, no, because you know how I mentioned Alvera slew that wolf the other day? Frondy may or may not have said some racist bullshit to her in the process. So he is banned from the bar. Yes, you took out a little bit of a threat too big for these guys as Alvera, so not in the bar itself, Tardy. Come on, pay attention. And we're just waiting on Zeros
I guess if Frondy needs something, somebody will just have to take something
on me
out
for
to
what?
Oh,
first hit. I dropped my token.
where?
What else do I need to do?
Oh, you're over here. Just I wasn't. So you guys are the last to arrive to the bar. It is. You hear from outside of the door a very loud crowd, a lot of debates, not necessarily anything political, but there's some of that in there too. But more importantly, you notice that there's more people here than in your dorm for the new students. So, that being said, as you enter the bar, you sort of have an idea that there's a couple of distinct groups in the bar itself, but they seem to be somewhat intermingled. So, with all that being said, they currently gave you 5 gold to use at the establishment. And the bit of a little mini game we're going to be playing is let's see which one of you, for a couple of hero points, can make this gold last the longest.
I don't spend it, I win.
No, you're going to have to spend it. The end of the night, you should have 0 of this 5 gold left over. But let's see who gets there first and last. So, you open up the door, and there's a lot of people. Estriel, what are you doing?
They're probably gonna find somewhere to sit.
Okay, so currently there are 3 full tables. There's a table with 2 humans of Mwangi descent and a weird whatever that thing is. Carl, does that look like something to you?
That looks like a kitty cat.
Yes, the chitin totally makes it.
Chitin? Oh!
I know what that is! That's
a
Galoma.
That is a Galoma.
It looks like its head is a sushi.
And there's a completely empty table, and then there's a table with 2 dwarves sitting at it, having a drinking contest.
The Galoma looks like its head is made of sushi.
Made of what?
Sushi.
It does sort of look like
chitin.
that.
It does look like that, but no, it's chitin. It just turns out to not be flat. Yeah.
Also, I will mention something. Each one of these NPCs is going to have ways of giving you either more gold or discounted items. So, with that being said, please do take a seat, go to the bar, find whoever you want to talk to, and let's commence with a fun little session full of RP.
Oh, God.
Burn down the bar! Burn down the bar!
No.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be banned too with Frondy.
Well, I would assume Elvira would just kill you at that point. So, Estriel, where are you sitting?
It's like, I will burn you.
Leave Frondy alone.
Frondy said some racist shit about Elvira's heritage because he knows a lot about Kitsune.
And it's all correct.
It is all incorrect, actually. Frondy is a notorious humanoid racist when it comes to non-plant people.
So you said there was a table with 2 people
having a drinking contest, and they're both dwarves. And then there's a table with 2 humans, a Galoma, and they're sitting there. But there are basically what I would describe as 3 groups of students. There are your fellow dorm mates. There are members of
the huge group.
Yes. Well, some of them are. There are members of the Ice Peace Project who have enrolled here, sort of like a makeshift officers' academy. There are also Ringo and his Eidolon here at the moment. And then finally, there are new students that aren't part of the pre-written adventure path that are also in the area.
Nice.
And stay at different parts of the city, but none of which at dorms.
Since I'm at the head of the pack, can I approach the table that appeals to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll walk up and approach this table and ask, is the seat taken?
This person says, no, not at all. Take a seat. Desno welcomes your brother.
Thank you.
So,
shit.
Actually, Zeros, this is another member of the Ice Peace Project, one of your coworkers, so to speak. So, you know this individual by the name of Black Tar, or Tar for short. He is also a disciple and war priest of Desna.
Tar, good to see you again. Yeah, I've garbed a little differently this time for a different purpose, but, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Matt set me on other business. Desna really, apparently must be in short supply of people like me, so I was given permission to, create a reflection of me to go and accompany these fine people that I'm with.
So, I'm going to give you some additional context. Tar is newer, so he knows sort of that there is a bit of both to it, but he's not like high ranking at the moment. But if you want to continue to say that, he has a response either way.
Don't say
yeah, I'll go ahead and fill him in.
Okay. Well, yeah, that sort of makes sense. I mean, to be fair, you're not the only person who walks around with a couple of clones wandering the place. I mean, technically, we figured out that Matt sort of left a clone in charge of the operations while he's been hunting the norms. No one knew that, aside from the Empire itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to divest your interests, but eventually you reach a point where you're spread thin, literally.
Yes.
To the point that you can't do everything yourself. or one would be led to think.
Yes. And to the other side of the table, the lady right across from me is Nzinga Nadar, and the woman to right in front of you is Sophia Mumbi. Nzinga happens to be a bit of a bard, and Sophia is a little bit of the wild side, if you get what I'm playing at. And for now, we'll pause right there. Next person at the queue, we have Silver.
Hmm. I was gonna say, and which one were we referring to?
No. This time, I mean, Silver is only Silver is only Baron on Saturday, so Estriel.
Okay. Let's see. I guess I could go sit and watch the drinking contest going on.
Okay. So if you want to move yourself to that table. Or
Alright.
you can either sit down or stand by a table.
Might just sit. Let me see.
So as you sit down, By the way, move yourself. This is the table, so you'd have one of these two spots to sit.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to find out where that would be at. And then I'll move the bird in too. There we go.
Yes. So as you sit down, you've met Habram already, I think. Or some of you have met Habram already, but it's a Mwangi dwarf and a dwarf from the Five King Mountains going at it, and the two of them both look at you. And Habram says, "Oh, no need for the harsh language. We're all in the Magambia family. My name is Habram Thobija. I am a wizard and a little bit of an inventor by trade." And the dwarf next to him says, "My name is Willard Bronzebraids. I am a kineticist, also a little bit of a dabbler in invention."
Cool.
However, before you completely take a seat, know that sitting down means that you are joining the drinking game. On the plus side,
no.
the only person who has to pay for what we drink is the winner. On the downside, we are both dwarves, so the likelihood of you losing is high.
Oh no.
All you hear is the "oh no, oh no."
So if you want to continue down this path, please know that it will take a bit for things to be determined either way.
Fuck it, I'll find out.
Okay, gonna fuck around and find out.
Yep.
Indeed.
Everyone, we have a fuck
That's what I'm about.
fucking around moment.
Yes. So, now then, next up at the queue, since they're actually on the stairs, we have Balthazar. Balthazar, choose a table. One second. I do have something I need to take minor care of. Yes? That's good.
Okay.
Okay, so Balthazar, which table do you want to sit at for this?
I want to sit next to Ringo.
Okay, you can go sit next to Ringo.
Okay, I sit next to him. He looks at me, goes, ew, lifts up his leg, puts it on my forehead, and just pushes me away.
Alvera, since you're currently tending the bar, do you have anything to say about that? And Ringo is your subordinate.
I'm sorry, who did what?
Ringo just kicked one of your customers.
No, I didn't. More like shoved with his foot.
Yes.
There's a difference.
Which
there was
yeah. Well, regardless, technically Ringo just battered one of your customers.
Yeah, to which immediately Alvera leans over the counter with a bottle in her hand. Is like, we respect each and everybody here. If you're not going to, you're glad to wait outside.
He drunkenly tries to grab the bottle.
She just smacks his hand with the bottle and then pulls away.
And as that whole thing happens, we have our first chance for someone to move, so... Okay. So as that whole thing is happening, we have a person by the name of Detective Leafweaver coming over. I do have a picture for him, and he is going to ask, yes, technically his superior, but this is his field of work in the project. He's going to ask Alvera, what exactly is going on, Miss Alvera? I just guess I gotta ask you some questions to make sure we're following protocol. This is Detective Leafweaver.
All right.
Yes, Detective Leafweaver.
Assuming you'll pop up.
Because she's just setting the bottle down from a little bit ago, so and what is it you need?
Well, I just sort of wanted to get an idea of what was going on. After all, I'm part of the investigations unit, and, making sure we're all living up to the standards is unfortunately my job. And before we go any further, we're gonna leave that there for now. Next up, because they're closer to the stairs, they're in a direct path to go up the stairs. Lily or Gorfus, which one of you wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna go because everybody's taking spots. It's like,
well, a spot
People
just freed up
between this campfire, so I'm gonna go by this campfire area.
And so you hear these two ladies talking about family and mates and all that wonderful stuff. But particularly what you walk up to is the woman on your right, to Zenway, says, "Oh, Kafelway, I'm not quite sure that your relationship with your patron is ideal." And Kafelway says, "We've known each other long before he was my patron, and, well, many things have happened since that point."
I interrupt and say, "You got a patron also?"
Yes, I am a witch of the wilds, so to speak. My patron was a demigod born in my village, and we are very, very close, so to speak.
My patron is fairly nice lady.
Oh, really? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your patron, says to Zenway? To Zenway, probably, but...
whatever.
I just had a few conversations. She helped me out.
Oh,
and
really?
Gave me my familiar. Nice little owl.
Ah, yes. Why? It looks like that owl is almost as big as you are.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely defend me. It could take any blow.
Ah, that's wonderful. Kafelway says, "Ah, yes, my familiar is currently off doing something, meeting with my patron, actually. But, it is a wonderful little, it's a wonderful little gourd lushy, and my patron is a manipulator and wielder of the wood, so to speak."
My patron, I mostly focus on occult spells.
Ah, I see. And Zenway says, "Well, that's very interesting. Occult spells do tend to be very good at resolving conflicts without a fight. And from there, we will move on to Gorfist."
Gorfist just looks around, and it's just like, trying to figure out what to do. Because, like, me above character, I'm like, well, this did not go as planned. I'll go ahead and sit here.
There's 2 open spots still, Gorfist. 3 open spots.
I don't... You say open spots, but to be honest, I don't really see them.
Right here. So,
I'm like,
right here.
Oh.
Right here.
There's that one.
And right here.
Okay. See. You know what? Screw it. We'll go to the bar.
And as you walk up, you hear Detective Leafweaver saying, "Oh, I see. Ringo, we really need to work on your alcohol problem."
No. You want me to go back to cocaine, which I'm still doing?
Meanwhile,
Alvaro, can you help me remove Ringo so we can get him to the support group?
She's like immediately like coming around the counter. Oh, don't worry, I'll handle him. And she like immediately grabs him by his arms and starts hauling him out.
Before you can reach him, he uses his sticky frog hands and feet to climb onto the ceiling.
You don't have that feat yet, but you could try and poison Alvaro.
That's what he thinks he's doing, but he's just drunkenly being carried out as he flails.
Yeah, no, she's hauling ass.
I also like to imagine that BRB is still allowed in the bar because BRB is actually somewhat chill as a drunk dragon.
And as he passes Tardy, he shoots out his frog tongue and tries to eat it. He fails, of course, because Tardy is very big, but he tries.
Stop trying to eat other player characters, Keith.
Cool.
This is like the bouncing ball in my WTA group.
Yes. So
you bet.
Context will be provided on break. Too bad, chat.
Yes. Well, anyways, Tardy, you're last up. Bar's taken. There's a spot across from an orc and a spot across from two dwarves.
Okay.
The dwarves are having a drinking
contest. I guess I'm gonna get out with the dwarves.
Yes.
What are the dwarves doing?
First of all, you pass the dwarves, and the dwarves are having a drinking contest to see which variety of dwarf, the northern or the Mwangi kind of dwarf, has the better constitution.
And congratulations, you sitting down there forces you into a contest.
Yes.
And Tardy's like, "What are you doing?"
Drinking contest, says Habram. Yes, Willard says, and you're both
Drinking
about
what?
to lose. Alcohol.
Does Tardy know what alcohol
Yes,
is?
you had beer last session.
Could
It didn't affect you at all.
Beer last session, even though I didn't want any.
Could I take
that weird, funny, weird liquid that tastes weird?
Theoretically,
Willard and
Matt,
Habram both look at you and say, "Leave."
Theoretically, Matt.
Why? What did I do?
Well, you insulted the very liquid that keeps us dwarves alive, says Willard, and Habram says, "Yes."
Dwarves need alcohol to live?
They both laugh and say, "Well, to have a good time while living."
Good time?
You know what, kids? Sit down, drink up, and don't complain about the taste, and we'll let you stay, says Habram.
I could just imagine, like, Estriel just goes and picks up Tardy to set him in a chair.
I drink funny liquid. Funny It's probably funny water, no, not liquid.
So here is what I need from your table, Estriel, is I will need some Constitution saving throws, or some fort saves, for the more accurate term.
No.
Okay.
So am I doing
By the
those
way,
right
you're doing those with Estriel. Why are you on GM roll? I did not ask you for that. I'm going to re-roll it so you guys can see it. That wasn't on GM roll. There we go. So that is a failure. We are at a DC 15 check. And we are at we are at 4 failures to get knocked out.
Oh.
Yes, much more forgiving this time. No, right now we'll play with 1. And Estriel... So currently, Habram and Cardi are both suffering from a little bit of alcoholism. And we'll start off with your table, and we'll go towards the bar from there. So, Tardy, Estriel, Habram, and Willard will start off this little part of this session. So, Estriel, you down your drink, so does everyone else, and Habram says, "You know what? Part of me forgets why the northern dwarves hate the elves. Us Mwangi dwarves and elves tend to get along all right. It's really the Mwangi orcs that are the problem at times." And Willard says, "You have no pride. The elves are our sworn ancient enemy. No offense, but it really is the case that the elves have done us quite wrong in the past."
She's just kind of sitting there like, well.
Well, I mean, you are a Mwangi elf, am I right, Estriel?
Oh god, am I? I don't even remember.
You're from the Mwangi Expanse, so probably. Actually, your complexion's a little pale for that, so probably not.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, okay. So, technically, my problem with the elves is more due to Kyongin than anything else. Let's just say there's a rumor that once upon a time an elven king gifted the dwarven king a ring that made him allergic to alcohol.
Really?
Yes. And as we said, there is no fun as a dwarf if you cannot drink away your problems, which we have many of.
What problems do you have?
Can you say that a bit more drunk, Tardy?
What?
No, out of character. Can you say that a bit more intoxicated, Tardy?
Oh.
You are drunk.
What kind of problems do you have?
Well, for instance, I'm a metal kineticist, but anything I make with the gifts that Torag has given me thus far disappear within a certain amount of time. Do you know how defeating that is for a dwarf?
I don't get it.
And Habram says, "Yeah, even though the Wongi dwarfs have some problems here and there. For instance, the orcs always seem to be at our back. You know, we don't quite have the underground bunker that the northern dwarves do. Fortunately for us, the elves actually help us with the orcs that are a problem at times. So with that being said, I guess things aren't always bad, but they're not always great."
Jeez.
And Willard looks at Habram and laughs and jabs him on the shoulder and says, "Why does it feel as though this elf is gonna outdrink you, Habram?" And Habram says, "Don't you call me out on that yet. I've still got plenty left in my arsenal. Tank, whatever it is." Next up, we will go over to Lily. Do you have any questions for these two, Lily?
I ask, is there a way to transfer spells between our familiars?
Cafilway says, no, I haven't actually thought about that, but that would be a brilliant idea, actually. So, I'm not entirely sure if it's possible, but it wouldn't be the worst thing to find out. But most of the time, I just feed my familiar, scroll, and I suddenly have access to new spells.
Okay.
Zenwei says, "Oh, in that case, you probably frequent a man by the name of... Well, he's a masked man they call Gentleman, and he's a scroll shop owner in the area." And Kefilway says, "Ah yes, Gentleman Scrolls. What a wonderful place to shop for scrolls. Personally, I don't patron any other scroll business."
Where could I find this scroll place?
And Zenwei says, "Oh, well, actually, the scroll place can be found a little bit north of here. It's a bit closer to the campus." And Kefilway says,
Okay.
"Yes, which is a bit of a walk from where I'm staying, but I get to stay with my soon-to-be husband, so it all works out well."
Okay. Lily is thinking of just heading out to the scroll place.
Well, you have time for the scroll place tomorrow. Lily, do you want to buy a drink for yourself? Currently, the first 5 beers of each of you for tonight are a copper. And you have to spend 5 gold, so... Do you want to take a beer now or wait for later?
Could I get a cake?
A keg? A cake?
A cake. Like a cake. Like dessert.
Alvaro, what does your bar's dessert menu look like?
Oh, that is a good question.
Dessert menu?
I mean, this is why we kind of had to, unfortunately...
I haven't thought that far, to be honest.
You serve cake at the campfire.
Probably various different kinds, I'd presume. There's at least just a little display of them somewhere, probably.
Okie dokie. So yes, you can buy a piece of cake, particularly if no one else wants to mention this. There is a very fancy-looking strawberry cake on the menu.
I'll take that.
Okie dokie. The whole cake. That'll be 2 gold. It is a very good cake.
2 gold?
2 gold, but now you have cake to share, which might help you with further endeavors. Next, we are going to... Each of you, I want to know high or low.
Everybody?
Everybody.
High. Low. I
Oh,
call
no.
low.
I'll go high.
So Keat has high. So that is low for Keat. So there is no movement there. Or there is movement there. And Leafweaver will move back to talking with Thafa. Next up, low for Zeros, and it's high, so Blacktar is going to offer to buy a round for everyone and go pick it up, but that moves him over to the bar. Then we have Silver. You said high, right?
Yeah, high.
Which is high, so that means everyone is staying put where they're at for now for you, because your table is full. Next up, you said high, it's low, so currently there's no one aside from Blacktar who's already been moved to go to or from, so you're good there. And then finally, Devil Bro, high or low? Highs or lows, Devil Bro? Devil Bro, do you want to go for a high roll or a low roll on the percentile?
High.
Okay. And as you are talking about occult spells, you catch the eyes of Mariama Kietana, who happens to pull out a lute, sit down by you, and starts playing a little bit of a song.
Do I recognize the song?
It's one of her own, so probably not.
Okay. I just sit down eating my cake while enjoying
Finally,
the
some
song.
good music in this
Do you
place.
care to share the cake?
Yeah, I could share the cake.
Okie dokie. On the next round of dice, people will start moving over towards you. So, that being said, Zeros. Currently, Black Tar is away, or as you can call him, Tar. And you have Nzinga and Sophia. Do you have any questions for these two young ladies, or is there anything else on your mind? I can also pop up some pictures to help you with. So this is Nzinga. And this is Sophia. Of course, they're not wielding a weapon at the table, but they do have some javelins on their back.
I was gonna say, we have a rule in here, no weapons at the table.
So, do you any questions, or would you like me to start this?
You can go ahead and start.
So, Sophia turns to you and is like, "Oh, so you know Tar, don't you? It's a shame that, he can't find anyone. Are you, single at the moment, Mr. Zeros?"
Well, this instance of me is yes.
Ah, well, unfortunately, I and Nzinga are both taken, so we were just going to have a nice night of drinking with some friends. But, it is one of those things where I guess we should ask this instance of you?
Oh, I am a copy of myself, to be honest. It's complicated. How do I put this? There's enough of, I guess the best way to put it, I say, is I take a sip of my beer at the table, the first one that I bought. Is that there's enough of me to go around.
And Nzinga says, "Would any of your current partners find that to be a little bit of entanglement?"
To be honest, my other self's current one doesn't know that I exist, so...
Sophia...
And they're off somewhere on an island where time is compressed, so that's complicated.
Sophia says, "Oh, I see, so that doesn't matter too much, I guess." And Nzinga says, "Not really like we can talk. Technically, we're in poly relationships, but we have no intentions on seeing anyone new tonight, if you get what we're saying."
Fair enough. I'm not exactly looking, so...
And Sophia says, "Well, that's also nice to know. And I guess it's one of those things that might not be too common outside of the Wongi Expanse and parts of Garoon, but polyamorous relationships tend to be more common in this part of the world."
That's good to know.
Yes.
I don't judge, personally.
Well, no one here really does. The whole point of the Magambia is it's more friendly towards the people and students around it.
Fair enough.
Yes. And you said you already bought a beer. Do you want to make me a fortitude save? This is a bit different than the people who are over at the other table. This is a beneficial fortitude save. If you succeed, you get something. If you fail, you get nothing. So that is what the DC I'm looking for. Once for the rest of this night, you get a free +2 to your AC as a reaction.
Okay.
As if that would constitute a bar brawl. Oh boy.
No weapons, just fist. I'm sure
Yeah,
Alvara understands that if she's going to be hosting mercenaries, sometimes a fist fight's going to break out. Especially with the mercenaries.
As long as they go outside for it.
That's the threat
Or
of
repay you for
toasting
damages, right?
Yeah, pretty much one or the other. Either go outside for it, or if something gets broken, you pay for it.
Okie dokie. And next up, we have Tar, or Black Tar, Gorefist, and Balthazar. Do either of you have a question for Tar or Alvura at this moment in time, or do you want to order a drink? And if so, what are you ordering?
I have a question for Alvura.
Oh God. Weren't you just hauled outside though, or?
No. This is Balthazar.
His other character's also here.
Okay.
This is Balthazar.
I was about to say
that's talking, not Ringo.
Who has relapsed? I'm disappointed, Ringo.
Relapse? He never got off it.
Yes, he did.
No, he just lied to your face.
You can't lie to a disease removal effect.
Many such cases.
No, the counteract was successful.
Anyway.
Yes, what's your question for Alvura, Balthazar?
Well, first, I have a question for you. Aren't I under some sort of mind control?
I'm sorry?
No, not you, Matt.
Yes, you are under a very limited use of the dominate spell, so you do not currently go after and try and eat Tardy.
Do I know I'm under the dominate spell?
No.
Darn.
You've just been heavily persuaded.
Alright then. Miss Alvura, I have a question.
She just looks over, it's like, yes?
If I got some of Tardy's blood, do you think it could ferment? Is it like
Gorfist? If Gorfist had a drink right now, would be spitting it, just looking at him like.
Well, would you like to buy a drink for dramatic effect?
Like, I imagine just
Funny
got.
Thing, she probably could have been bringing him the drink.
Just started to take a sip and immediately spit it out like.
Oh, by the way, make me a fort save. Beneficial fort save, Gorfist.
He spit out the single drop that entered his mouth.
I need to get my character sheet up because I put my character sheet on my character on the board. I did not bring up my character sheet. Fort save. We'll pay him.
Yep, +2 to your AC as a reaction, once for the rest of the night.
Hey.
Blacktar also looks at you, says, "Frickin' goblins."
Well, I mean, he's a fruit, so is it juice or is it like blood?
Well, technically it's juice, but also he's a person.
I'm asking Alvura about the DM.
Because she's just still kind of standing there in, like, bewilderment of, like, what the fuck? It's just like,
yeah.
I mean, considering since he's a fruit, but also living, I'd presume a little bit of both.
I was assuming
so it confirms
the juice. So don't. Just looks very sterningly down at Balthazar.
I completely ignore Gorfist.
What did you say beforehand?
Yeah, Carl, what did you say?
I was saying that the blood is probably his blood is probably the juice, so don't. Looking down at him with a glare of "Don't try it."
No, I'm aware the blood is the juice. I'm asking, is the juice the blood?
You just answered your own question.
No, I mean, like, is it red blood cells or is it like fruity punch?
Party, is your blood made of juice or is your juice made of blood?
What?
No, out of character. Is a fruit leshy's juice blood, or is there blood juice?
And immediately says, I don't get it.
No, out of character, Will. Out of character.
Above
We're
table.
asking this as a genuine question out of character.
Yes.
Are you filled with red blood cells, or are you filled with Hawaiian?
The answer is he is full of... He does actually have blood. Because, remember back in the day we made the joke that his blood is made out of gold, not iron.
Oh, so... yeah, the gold blood shit that we had last time we ran this.
Yep.
What? So you're eating a gold?
The blood is juice is the answer.
Yes.
And it just so happens to have gold flakes in it or something stupid.
The headset stopped working. What happened?
Don't worry, we answered our question.
It was based off of previous stuff that we answered it.
Yes.
Anyway, Alvera, do you think it could ferment?
So she just kind of stares at you, just like, I genuinely don't think I could answer that question.
By the way, Balthazar, highs or lows?
It's always high.
Well, what is your AC exactly? Yes, Dan?
My AC...
Thank you. Go ahead.
My AC is... 19.
Ah, I see. So, with your current incessant ranting, Black Tar decides he's sort of had enough of your bullshit and tries to punch you.
Who?
The Galoma right next to you, who is a devout worshiper of Desna and has warned you to shut up.
Ah. Well, they failed, so I just ignored and continued to look at Alvera.
They try again.
Ouchie.
Yes. And Tar turns to Alvera and says, if you don't kick him out of here, I'm gonna throw him out.
I don't see what's so hostile about
it. Just looks over, it's like...
Just looks over at the other table at Tardy.
Because she just looks over and it's like... She's like... Honestly, I don't really have a reason to kick him out, but if you wish to do it, go ahead. Just if you're going to bring
he's
anything,
talking about having you juice a person, Alvera.
Not what I asked or said. I just asked if it if a lessee's blood can ferment like apple cider or something.
Yeah,
hey,
she's unsure how to answer that question, and therefore is awkward about that question.
Don't see why this is such a bad question.
You're talking about drinking a person. I literally have no other option but to kick your ass.
I at no point uttered the word, I am going to drink this man.
Are you going to defend yourself, or I'm just going to knock you out while you sit here? Your choice.
I'm merely
Again, as Alfred said, if you're going to break anything, take it outside.
I'm merely asking the bartender an alcohol... Oh, hold on, I gotta say that more annoyingly. I'm merely asking the bartender an alcohol question.
Actually.
And you're asking them about a person being turned into alcohol. Do you have any respect for your fellow for your fellow people?
I'm a goblin. We don't have respect for goblins.
And just, as the process of this conversation's going, Alvera's coming around the counter and proceeding to haul you out again. You've been nabbed and you're being hauled ass out.
You are therefore out for the next couple of rounds, Keith. and we'll take our first break.
Did something happen while I was going to make food?
And we are back. So, Balthazar got himself put in timeout for 2 minutes.
You've been sit on the naughty step. You can come back in when you've learned your lesson.
Yeah, bad, Balthazar. It's time for you to sit on the naughty stool.
I did nothing wrong.
I can imagine there's actually a stool that sits outside.
No. I was literally just imagining like a cast of a piece of.
No. There is a stool outside, and it literally has Dunce with an arrow pointing down towards it.
I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
And I imagine, there are 4 naughty stools out there, so here's your naughty stool, Balthazar. So what do you...
I did nothing. I demand to be let out of the naughty corner.
No one puts Balthazar in a corner.
2 minutes.
Oh, also, Ringo is in the naughty stool right next to
keep you on that stool.
You don't even need to hog tie him. You just need to glare at him, and he'll sort of realize, nope, not messing with that.
Oh, Ringo's right next to me.
Yes, but you are technically in timeout, so it'll be a while for you to get time. So, Gorfist, you have questions for Tar?
Yeah. Just watching this entire scene unfold, and it's just like, so you're far from home.
Yes. Well, you can say the same about yourself, could you not?
Fair enough.
But there's no need to worry about whose homes and whose not home this is. After all, we're both in the Megambia, and I'm certain they wouldn't let a slaver in.
Very true. That's half the reason why I came here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless, my people are more horrified of hunters than slavers anyway, so I have no qualm with you.
Really? Why is that?
Well, my people are usually killed for their eyes, and that's not something gnolls tend to be particularly big fans of.
I mean, that's true, but so why? That seems a little bit odd.
Our eyes can sort of be used to replace other eyes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's sad.
It is quite sad, but hopefully through my teachings of Desna, I can help both my family and friends, as well as our enemies, to come to a mutual understanding and stop the bigotry that affects our peoples.
Well, if you never need any help, I've already done some work with the Explorer side of the Ice Beast project, so...
Ah, really? Maybe, anyone in particular?
Above table Matt, who was the leader of the small
It's on your character sheet, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I would hope so. But I don't know.
Shomani. Ah, Captain Shomani, yes. Wonderful man he is. So, Alvera, sorry about punching one of your patrons, but yeah, I literally couldn't get away with not doing that. I don't think I damaged anything, but I'd pay for it if I did. What is the heaviest thing you have on the menu? I, feel the need to, take something like that right about now.
I mean, I've got my special lava set.
Yes, please. That sounds perfect. Oh, and one for Gorfist as well.
Alright.
Okay.
And then she just pretty much goes to start constructing those.
And give Gorfist his first. No, it's not actual lava. It's the little thing with the match in it.
The spicy little cocktail sort of thing.
Yeah, with the match for garnish.
Oh, I thought you meant the cigarette.
Yeah, no, it sounded like a really neat drink, except for the second you put the freaking match in it, it's like, that's a recipe for disaster, and I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
it's literally a makeshift cocktail.
It's literally like a mixture of 2 different drinks, and then preemptively putting a lit match in it.
Yeah. And I believe we've gone on record of saying it's a DC 30 check, so...
Oh, boy. Well, going to say this now. I'm going to get drunk off this. It depends on if I crit fail or not, though, because I haven't...
I was going to say, it might be a little spicy, too, because I think she put some sort of little spice in there, too.
Oh, yeah. No. I think it was like cinnamon or something. Yeah, no, it was spicy. It was a spicy drink.
With that being said...
It's like Fireball.
With that being said, at the end of this round, Tarjat would go back here with the drinks, and 2 people would come over to the bar. Once again, Mr. Leafweaver. And this time...
I don't crit fail, but I do fail.
Yes, this time, Ignacy. So, once Tarjat gets back with you, Zeros, if you all want to make a fort save for me. Oh, Tarjat is very drunk.
No.
So is Zeros.
I was going to say, everybody's doing a...
Oh, no, just that table, which I remember is mostly NPCs.
Yes.
All right.
So, Tar and Zeros are both at stage 2 of alcohol poisoning.
Hooray!
I'm
at stage 1, which isn't that bad.
And the other 2 at the table are at stage 1. Well, stage 2 is the first step you get negative side effects at. So stage 1 is +1 item bonus to saving throws against fear for 10 minutes. And then it's still the +1 to item saving throws against fear, but you're also flat-footed if you're at stage 2. And with that, we'll go back to the beginning again. This time, Tardy, Estriel, Habram, and Willard are all going to be making a basic alcohol saving throw, which is a 12, by the way. Or no, this one's a 16, as I said earlier. So it's a bit beyond basic.
Oh, no.
Tardy and Habram are both at stage 2. Estriel is fine.
Somehow.
Willard is fine. So, Tardy, Habram, remember to slur your speech a little bit. And Habram says, "Was that a goblin that just got thrown out a second ago?" Willard says, "I see. Same problem, same place. Or same problem, different place."
Racism, yay!
And Habram's like, "Do you have something against goblins?" And Willard's like, "Well, not particularly, no, but it's not exactly like we have a abundance of goblins in the homeland. And let's just say the last time I remember a goblin, it looked actually a little similar to him, was carrying around a gun, and almost killed my sister."
Yeah, really cool off hat.
Yes. And Habram says, "I can understand that now. Wait, really? It looks identical to him, you say?" "Yes, identical."
They look at the camera, identical.
Yes. So, Estriel, Tardy, have you ever had any bad experiences with any other, anything back in your homelands?
I mean, not as much as I know, anyway.
Do you remember sort of... So, let me just remind you, Estriel, that your village has been having some troubles recently.
And that's true. It's been a while with these characters, so I don't remember.
That's why I'm offering up the, just remember this was a thing last time.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot about that. Well, my village is having some difficulties recently.
Abram says, "Oh, really? Well, it seems like there's a lot of that going on nowadays." And Lord says, "It's always like that everywhere, though, so it's to be expected. Speaking of which, Tardy, where are you from? Don't think I've ever seen a fruit like you before." What did he say? Yes, where are you from?
I don't know.
Huh. Really? So tell us a little bit about yourself, Tardy.
I want friends.
Abram says, you know what? That's actually one of the cutest things I've heard Lushy say. The word says, "Softy." And Abram says, you shut your mouth. I've still got plenty left in the tank, casket, whatever. I'm fine.
Meanwhile, Astrael's just patting Tardy on the head.
So, with that, Lily, you're up again. But, before any of that happens, let's do another highs or lows, everyone.
No. I'll do high again.
Everyone's saying Lily? Oh, wait, Lily, you have cake, so people are going to come to you. Next up, Zeros.
Man, that.
Oh, no, like highs or lows.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we're just... no, it's not quite your turn yet. We're just rearranging the tables a bit.
I'm gonna roll low again.
Okay, so everyone's staying with you. And then Gorefist, highs or lows?
Low. I'm actually determining my choice based off a D20 roll on my end.
And Nuru comes over, and so does Thafa. So the bar is full. And Lily, you are up. You do get a couple of people since you're sharing some pristine strawberry cake.
Awesome.
And Mariama introduces herself. Yes, I'm a bard. My name is Mariama, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Actually, let me just double check my work. So these are stat blocks I had to make myself, so yes. Also, I do happen to know a few things about mixing drinks, so if you want me to mix you something that's not on the menu, let me know. I'll buy some shots.
Okay. I forget what I was about to ask.
This is Mariama, by the way. Mariama, to Zenway, and to Felway. And then, another person says, "Oh, my name is Essie. I'm a student in your dorm. I think we've met plenty of times, but just in case you didn't remember, it's that strawberry cake you have there. I love strawberry cake."
You can have some strawberry cake. I was just wondering, do we have an economics class?
Amani says, we do have an economics... This is, Amani, by the way. We do have an economics course. However, last time I checked, the economics teacher is a bit of a nutcase at times.
Well, I'm going to take the economics class, I'm thinking.
Interesting. And Mariama says, "What does that fall into exactly when it comes to courses here?" And it's at this point that I have to bring it up very quickly. That's not it. Where is the 5 branches of scholarship? Yeah. Cascade Bearers, Emerald Bows, Rain Scribes, Tempest Sun Mages, and Uzunjati. And I think your particular one... By the way, here's another one that I think here's the one that might be important for you, advancing your branch level. And Nope, that's not it either. Is it branch benefit? Or probably this would be a good thing too, but I think the 5 branches has the yeah, so
what are you looking for?
The particular ability is used to advance it. Oh wait, no, it's on the advancing your branch level. It's
that would make sense. I'll double check the branch benefits just in case.
Oh no, it's not that. It's branch benefits. That's it.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the
thing. No, what? Not that either.
Oh wait, hang on. You pretty commit to a significant degree to branch below. In the feet, opponent's feet. You're looking to see like which one would be in that class, because I would say just based off the description in the 5 branches of scholarship, the Ajanti for knowledge.
Well, yeah, but there's actual skills and whatnot, so.
Oh yeah, you're looking for the skills. That would be under the branches, skills, lores, and feats table of the 5 branches of scholarship: academia, lore, specific settlement, specific trade.
And where is that exactly?
It's in the 5 branches of scholarship. Not too far under the.
Oh, there it is. So yeah, probably Uzunjanti
economics lore.
for economics. Yeah. So Amani says, so you plan on joining the Uzunjanti?
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yes, it is a very interesting one for sure. Personally, I'm very interested in the Tempest Sun Mages. But I'm probably going to end up going down the path of the Cascade Bearer.
Yeah, I think Cascade Bearer would be my second choice.
You do get to choose 2, wonderfully.
Okay.
Oh yes, does anyone want to volunteer for note-taking duty tonight?
I'll have to access that again, I guess.
Yeah. But oh wait, Balthazar, you could do that since you're going to be on timeout for a couple of turns.
I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened before this moment, but I'll try.
Okay. Just start at this moment and say, we need to fill in the blank, but here's what's going from now. And Essie says, well, you already know what I'm going into, and Mariama and Zenwei as well. Kafelwei, what are you thinking of doing? And Kafelwei says, I'm also thinking of Cascade Bearers. Given Uzunjanti might be something I'd have a bit more ability in. And, everyone's also thanking you for the cake. But now we'll move over to Zeros, who is at stage 2 of drunk. By the way, Mariama decides to start singing something as well.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah. You know, what the hell are we doing getting this drunk before eating anything first? Hey, barkeep. Can you get me and my buds over here at this table some food? It's on me, guys. And gals.
Sure thing.
What do you serve to drunk patrons?
Get me some chicken and mashed potatoes and cheese and whatever vegetable you feel like. Pick something you think can compliment it. I trust your judgment.
Who got the Matt's drink?
I did.
Gorefist and everyone at Zeros' table.
And Zeros.
Oh, yeah. Biggest mug of coffee you got. Need to sober up a little after that one.
Hey, Alvaro, doesn't that person look like another person that you've been in contact with recently? The answer is yes, but you probably know what's going on, so it's not really the biggest deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you.
I remember you too.
Zinga says,
we've talked before.
You two men seem to be a little bit light-weighted. And Sophia says, yes, it's interesting. Either that or we just so happen to have very good constitutions amongst ourselves. And Tar says, well, my people are actually somewhat known for their constitution, but I don't think that's important at the moment.
I may talk a big game, but at the end of the day, I'm only human.
And Sophia says, yeah, I mean, so are we, but who knows, maybe we just have a bit more tolerance after all. Didn't you say you were a reflection?
Yeah, that might have something to do with it.
And Zinga says, yeah, maybe mirrors don't birth things that have very good alcohol resistance.
I mean, other me is a rogue, so...
And Sophia says, that explains it. So, now we move over to the bar.
Technically, only 2 of the people there were humans.
Only 2 of the people where were human.
At his table.
3 of them.
To be fair, the real Zeros would never be as brash as to call himself a rogue. And this Zeros wouldn't be either, except that he got drunk, which real Zeros tends to avoid like the plague.
So, so Gorfist, you are currently with Alvera. Ignacy, detective, and his first name is Columbo. Detective Columbo Leafweaver. Thafa Jana, and Nuru Scapula.
There's not really nothing has really happened yet.
This is going to be a little bit of an interesting conversation potentially. I would like to go ahead and ask a couple of questions of the detective.
Yes. Sorry you keep having to get into all these altercations with members of the ISP's project. Hopefully this doesn't dampen your mood of the project.
Guild. It's fine. So it's fine.
You have. That's wonderful.
It's yeah. Let's just say Shamani, while a good man, let us have a little bit too much to drink at times. Things happen. So I'm used to the rowdy side.
I hear it's rule number 6 of the Explorer's Oath. Swim like a fish, drink like one too.
Not too far off. Anyways.
And
I actually have a question for you, if you don't mind, Detective.
No, not at all.
If someone were to lose their memories, do you know of anybody who would be able to assist in getting them back, potentially?
Well, that's a tricky bit of business, and personally, for what I know, there are members of the project who can do that. None of them are quite in this area, nor will they be.
I'll go for a later time, then, I assume.
Well, memories should flood back naturally as well, unless they're just gone forever, but you really won't know until either one happens.
Easy.
And then just take a sip of the lighter stuff, because it's just like, I still haven't finished that other one. I just, downed some. Yeah. I basically have 2 drinks in front of me, both like a third finished at this point.
In that case, make me another fortitude save, Gorfist.
Well, you heard him. He's drinking lighter fluid.
The lighter stuff.
Lighter fluid.
That's not what that means. Ignacy,
14 on the
Gorfist, you are now at stage 2 alcoholism, meaning you're flat-footed. And Ignacy says, Mistress Alvera, can I bother you for a mug of whiskey?
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, and you are Gorfist, right? I think we've talked before, but it's a pleasure to see you again. Down towards the bar is Nuru Scapula, a member of the Viridian Rhapsody, and that might be a lead for you to follow towards finding memories again.
I'm trying to remember exactly. Hang on.
The Viridian Rhapsody would be a religion check, unless you remember what that particularly is a member of a particular church.
I'm blanking.
No, religion check.
I was like, it's like I think I've heard the name before. But
you definitely have. No idea what you're getting yourself into.
Too drunk. I'm too drunk to think.
And Nuru says, Mr. Salvera, do you mind if I ask you for a couple of shots of rum?
I'll get on it.
And Thafa looks at both Ignacy and Nuru and says, why the fuck are you calling her mistress?
And she just leans over. It's like, I don't have a problem with it.
And Nuru says,
she's the mistress of the bar because she owns the place, and as well is the person you don't want to piss off.
Oh, right,
that's been shown multiple times tonight.
And Ignacy says, well, I've just been doing it because Nuru said that's the proper way to address her. And Nuru says, well, I've been doing it because look at her. She is an absolute mistress.
Got it.
I could just imagine you could hear that yell from outside.
Someone about gets potentially slapped. Anyways.
Oh, Ignacy says, oh, right, Viridian Rhapsody. Probably should have mentioned Callistrian from the get-go, and probably should have known that was what she meant by that. And Thafa says, yes, you probably should have done that. Anyways, Lady Alvera, can you please give me a couple of beers? I think I'm going to take a step away from the bar once I'm done downing them.
Alright.
Also, do you have any pesh?
She just, like, pans over. It's like, that's a good question.
And Columbo says, considering we drug test, I would hope not, Thafa. Thafa says, narc. And he says, yes, I'm a detective. That's what that means.
Giddy at the bar.
And we will go back to, okay, Balthazar is at 1 minute of time out the corner, and Estriel, Tardy, Habram, and the two dwarves make another set of 6.
I cannot be contained.
Finally, Habram made a save. Estriel also made a save. Willard also made a save. So, Tardy, save.
Tardy.
Critical success, which means you stay at your current rank, unfortunately. So...
It's still funny that the elf is still standing.
The elf and the dwarf kineticist are at the same spot. And Habram says, you know, is it me or is this elf particularly hardier than the others, Willard? And Willard's like, yes. Where did you learn to drink, Estriel?
Would it be bad to say that just did a drinking contest with a cat?
You draw Chizire over to you and he joined the drinking contest, so no, it would not. Because remember, whoever wins the drinking contest pays for the bill of the drinking contest.
Fair enough. In which case, I just basically did a drinking contest with a cat.
Yes. Oh, you mean Chizire? He's my drinking buddy, says Habram. And Willard says, well, invite him over here. And Habram says, Chizire, come here, we're drinking. And Shazera yells back, "Yes, I know. I'll be right over." And he walks over. And is like, "Of course we're drinking. We're at a bar." And Abram was like, "No, drinking contest." Shazera's like, "Why not step it up next round and do moonshine? I have tons of it." And Willard's like, "Moonshine?" And Abram's like, "Oh, you'll love it. Perfect."
I already know about your heaps of moonshine. I'm not touching it.
Are you withdrawing from the competition then? Shazera says.
I never said I was.
Okie
Just I
dokie.
don't want to touch moonshine.
Well, don't worry. Moonshine is legal. It just used to not be legal.
Okay.
And also, it sort of used to not be illegal because people used to poison it.
Oh. You know, that would probably do it.
Yes. So, as he enters, he pours you all a glass, and we'll need to make a new round of saves.
Oh, God. Alright. Away we go.
Well, I need another save for this round, and then we'll deal with the results of it next round after another round of saves. So we have... Well, Tardy, I only needed to click it once, and the DC for the Moonshine is a 24.
Oh.
So Tardy, unfortunately, you are... Tardy and Abram are both out.
Wait, Tardy has a 24.
No, Tardy had a 14, unless he... Oh, did you re-roll Will?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, yeah, you're fine.
No, that was the previous roll. I'm out.
Oh, okay. In that case, yes, Tardy, Abram are out, and everyone is 2 steps away from being out, and they will use beer again after that. But next up, Lily. There's tons of people nearby, but before we get to you, let's do some highs and lows again, everyone. Estriel and Tardy.
I'll do low.
Will?
Highs.
So, Tardy, wherever you go after next round. By the way, Tardy, since you are out of the drinking contest and have to go to a new table, where are you going?
I don't know.
Okay, well, when you figure that out, I'll apply your roll. Estriel.
There I go there. Oh, wait, no.
That's the same table. Shazira will sit down here, and Noxolo will come and start participating. It will switch out for Habram. And Habram will join your table party.
Okay.
Lily.
Low.
And Anchorroot comes by at the mention of cake. Which means Anchorroot is all going to be eating cake and in the drinking contest where they're standing. And high or low, Zeros?
We're gonna roll high this time.
Okie dokie. Nyota will come over and start talking amongst your group. And finally, highs or lows, Gorefist?
Let's see. Highs.
So the bar is full, but Wanjala is going to come over hoping to order something.
Okay.
And I'll also have Essie go back and sit down with the cake. So, technically, Tardy, we will come to you again after the next round, but that's what your table's looking like at the moment. Now, Lily, you are still surrounded by people.
Ooh, I'm surrounded.
Yes, but friendly people, so...
If I'm surrounded, could I cast sleep on my general direction? No, kidding. No, that's not an area. Good, good.
Oh, by the way, does anyone want another round?
Could I have my first?
Yes, that is 1 copper, so you're at 2 gold and 1 copper. And roll me a fort save, Lily. By the way, since this is a regular standard glass of beer, and you're a tiny creature, this will be with that DC 30 check. Don't worry, there's not a double crit failure. You are at stage 2, so you're flat-footed and have a +1 bonus save to fear.
Woohoo! And she just falls asleep on the mat. Or on this rug, I guess.
Okay, we'll come back to you after you're done dozing next round. But you will have some people making sure you're alive. And Ankarut is also going to make their save because Chizire handed them a glass, and Ankarut is a little too timid to say no. Ankarut is fine. Apparently Ankarut and Knowles are just good at those.
Those are typically good at that shit unless the DC's like freaking 30.
Next up, Zeros, new person here, Nyota. This is a picture of Nyota, but this is more combat related. Nyota is not very combat related at the moment. If you were to guess around where she was from, you can either make a society or actually even a religion check because of a particular set of holy symbols.
Okay. I'll make the religion check then. I examine the holy symbols, seeing if I know anything about them.
So, don't worry, it's a common pantheon, but this is a deities common around the nation of Qadira, which have recently, after many years of political disputes, formed a political alliance with Taldor. And by political disputes, I mean wars.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. So, can you... I just saw that there was a lot of people very drunk here, and I was curious, what did you get? Because me and Wanjala are gonna grab one of those and see if we can stand it.
This cocktail with a match in it. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Ah, yes. I believe she called it the lava set.
Yeah, strong stuff.
And Zynga says, yes, very strong stuff. Me and Sophia both barely managed to stay on top of it. And Nyota's like, oh, yes. Well, back in my homeland, alcohol is not too commonly enjoyed. And, well, even amongst nobility, it's not too commonly enjoyed. So, I'm taking some time while I'm away from my father's embrace to, find out a bit more about the world.
Yeah, I said knocking back the mug of coffee that I got a bit. Yeah. The drink of my homeland is coffee, but they just don't make it like they do where I'm from here, like sugar just isn't the same no matter how high quality it is here. Like, there's nothing like that apple pomegranate stuff back home.
Oh, apple pomegranate. That does sound wonderful.
Yeah, some people question whether it's an apple tree or a pomegranate, but enough people think that it's either that we got both. Luxury at its finest, I tell you.
Well, actually, Qadira is the birthplace of coffee, as to what I'm aware of.
Yeah, the coffee itself is great. I always like to try different kinds in this plane, but I prefer it black.
And I'd
like another drink of coffee. Yeah, I'm not from here.
And Inigo says, yes, but he's still plenty good company. Would you care to pull up a seat? And Nyota says, actually, after Wanjala gets those drinks, we were gonna go sit back down at the table we're at. But It is a wonderful time to meet you all.
Nice meeting you too.
Yes. And with that, she will go back to this table. And, well, she'll go over to Wanjala, tell him the name of the ring, then go back to that table. And Gorefist, Columbo goes back to his table, as does Thafa, but that leaves Nuru and Wanjala, and Ignacy.
Okay.
So also, just a quick question: are the matches still lit in the drink, or did you touch them?
What, you're wanting to see if I start a fire?
No, I'm just curious because I wanted to pull something funny because she'd probably
look,
okay,
look, pull the fucking funny, okay? I'm not gonna say no to funny.
Highs or lows?
I mean, to be fair, if you didn't touch the matches, she'd probably come by and still see them lit. It's like, are you gonna touch these? And she'd just grab them and pretty much eat them and then walk away.
I'm just like, your bar, your rules.
Oh, I'd be careful.
Also, yeah, I have no idea what Callistrians are.
Yes, you do not.
So, yay for questions, as I'll go ahead and preemptively say that I'm going to...
Once again, here is Nuru, by the way.
By the way, Seth, I see you commenting in the chat. I literally popped the chat out so I could watch this. Oh, God.
Matt, out of character, I might have to head out.
That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you for coming today, of course.
Yeah, thanks for the session. I enjoyed it, but sadly I have to head out right now.
Yeah, that's understandable. Have a good week.
Have a good week.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything noteworthy happened in that last conversation?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, my note's about a paragraph at this point.
Oh, Nyota is from Kadira, which is a more recent ally of Taldor. That might be important.
Nyota?
Nyota Akbara.
Okay, every word of this misspelled.
Nyota space Akbara.
M-A...
No, Nyota.
Nyota.
Yep. Akbara.
Akbarn?
Bara.
Is from...
Kadira. Qadira.
Qadera.
Close enough.
Qatar.
Kadira. Anyways, Gorefist, what are you doing?
So, I'm gonna go ahead and look over at Nuru.
Yep.
And just ask, what are Callistrians?
Oh, well, we're the most fun priestesses in the world, if you catch my meaning.
Well, based off prior conversations, yeah, I sort of.
Do you get their meaning? That sounds like a sense motive, unfortunately.
Okay, if you want me to...
They're whores!
21, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I'll have a response to this after he does his roll.
Yeah, no, no. If you want to cut in, I already did my roll. Go for it.
I was gonna say, Delver just like leans in after hearing that. It's like, listen, if you need to go do that, there's a room in the back. All I ask is you lock the door. She proceeds off.
And Nuru's like, no, I'm not entertaining clients today, unfortunately. I can provide actual religious consultation, though.
And what would that imply?
Well, if you have questions about what the gods might entail for you, type of deal, actual work of a cleric and not the Callistrian work of a cleric.
I mean, considering the fact I don't know much about myself, that might actually be a good idea.
Oh, in that case, join me at my table. Ignacy was also joining me there. He does not. But I can't tell you what he talked about. Mr. Salvera, can I get a couple of glasses of wine for the road? And by that I mean to go to my table over there.
Of course.
And she moves over here, and we will get into what she might be able to tell you about your past in a second.
Yeah. Also, I'm bringing my 2 drinks over.
Your 2 drinks are finished at this point. And you're going to be getting a glass of wine, so make me that fort save, by the way.
Oh boy.
This is a DC 20.
You don't need to worry about the matches. Alvaro ate them.
I know. I'm well aware. At this point, all I know is to make you happy and feed you matches. Got it.
I hope those are partially good.
That's the one takeaway I've gotten from this entire thing. 25.
What'd
I
you
think
say,
I'm good.
I said, I hope she's okay. Those are carcinogenic.
Carcinogenic. No, she's fine.
So, Matt, I hope you're reading the chat every now and then.
I am.
Anyways, digressing.
Yes, the Callistrian Bible. My favorite edition is the pop-up edition. Balthazar, a hooded individual, and 3 people who look as though they are of... Actually, make me a society check to see if you know what they look like. They're descended of. You, yes. Or esoteric lore with a -2.
Okay, hold on. Well, I always use esoteric because it's the most convenient, even though it's at the bottom of the page.
Oh, and a DC 16 flat check.
Esoteric.
They look like they're of Ulfin blood, and the DC 16 flat check.
Ulfin blood?
Yes.
Seth asked you a question, Matt.
No, it does not vibrate too. That's a different edition of the Callistrian Bible.
Look, let's be
doesn't
honest
Alvera
here.
have one? Wasn't she given one at some point?
She was given the pop-up edition. Only the High Priestess can give out the vibrating edition.
The vibrating one is the audiobook version, because in the background someone's just going...
So, how do I put this? But whoever it is like, hey, you, come on inside. There's a party going on. You don't know who's at the front of the head, because you did not pass the flat check. What?
Am I doing things now?
Yeah, you're coming back inside.
Well, real quick, during my last turn while I was not inside, I turned over to Ringo and said, Frogman? Yes, ugly child? Can you ferment Alessi's blood? Yes, and it tastes delicious. It tastes delicious, Balthazar. It's the most delicious thing in the world. You should drink the blood of Alessi's after it ferments for a few months.
After, as you say that, is actually when the hooded stranger appears. Ringo, you know who this is. He stares at you and says, Ringo, are you on drugs again?
Which one? Oh, hold on, I need to say that more drunkenly.
Okay, ignore him, child, and Ringo, go report back to base and ask the rest of them to come back with you.
Let go of me, Beerby. No!
And remember, kid, come inside. We might as well have some drinks.
I'm allergic to drinking.
And the woman towards the front, the one with the red head, just says, no one's allergic to drinking. Everyone's. I mean, it's poison, so everyone technically gets drunk, but no one's allergic.
I'm allergic to hops and the chemical combination of alcohol.
And the blonde woman pats the blonde man on the shoulder, is like, see, he's just like you, a lightweight. And the blonde man says, oh, shove it.
Well, hold on. I may be allergic, but Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Well, then come inside and drink with us, you pansy.
Somebody needs to quote that on the notes.
So that's your new table, Balthazar. And there's a new drinking contest. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, and by the way, Alvaro, guess who's back?
She's pretty much going to see him coming back in, and she's just going to stare at him as he comes in before she goes back to
He looks at you and says, come on, we're friends!
Can we never escape Matt for 5 minutes?
I mean, we haven't got into the stuff where he's not born yet. I mean, we have, but you know.
Oh my god.
That's for another time, another day, another place, another era.
And Matt walks up to you, and just as one Jala orders 2 of those, Matt says, 5 of those, please.
For 5 minutes.
So yeah, Alvaro just looks at you, is like, God forbid you take out my whole entire stock, and she just starts to turn to go start working on them.
God forbid you take out my entire stock. Yeah, no, that's Matt for you.
So we have several things of fort saves to go through. And someone set another timer for 2 minutes. Actually, how long does it take for BRB to walk 5 miles, Ringo?
Well, he floats. So,
what's his movement speed?
Light speed?
That's not his movement speed.
Eidolons have actual movement.
It's 30 feet, so probably 3 minutes to get there, 3 minutes to get back. So 6 minutes, everyone.
Too.
For 5
And also,
minutes.
no, like, it depends on if you're dashing or not. I could do the actual calculations because math!
Well, actually, rushing would only get you 10 feet in this edition, and I am accounting for rushing.
Okay. So 3 actions to dash this 90 feet.
No, well, yeah, no, it's an exploration activity, and it would increase your overland travel speed by 10 feet. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so it'd be 100 feet divided by 6.
No. It would be the exact time I mentioned, Carl. I did the calculation already.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
For 5 minutes. Can you not play yourself? For 5 minutes!
Yeah, Matt, it would take him 30 minutes. Because 16 feet per second, which is the rough calculation for 100 divided by 6, since around 6 seconds, is 11.36 miles per hour. So, roughly 30 minutes.
Right. Okay. How many minutes?
30 minutes.
Okay.
I'd have to do a further breakdown to.
So an hour from now. So we'll do that as an actual hour, and I need fort saves from Balthazar and Estriel as well.
What am I drinking? Is this beer?
This is beer, and this is with the newest students Matt brought in.
I want to drink the special Matt's drink.
Well, that's not drinking contest stuff.
It tastes like burning.
It tastes like all my regrets.
It's all money. In fact, it's everything.
And Estriel, remember, you are at stage 2 of intoxication, as is everyone else at the table.
Why is Matt? God. Why is level 25 Matt doing a drinking competition with children?
It's not Matt. It's his newest students. Who are all your equal.
Wow, and they're being trained personally by a level 25. They must be shit.
They've been with him for a week.
We had gained like 3 levels in a week.
Yes, you would have.
Seth asked a very important question.
I have to actually go to the YouTube stream to see it. Lawn mowing the... So, it does not taste like Raphael. Raphael, as we have established, does not burn.
It tastes weird.
So, like Estriel, your group is up first. So, Estriel, it's on you to start a conversation now.
Oh, no. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and just kind of ask the question of, like, what pretty much kind of brought everybody to just decide to come here today.
Noxella says, well, this is a party being thrown by our superiors and the college staff who will be here at some point, I've been told. The Lord says, yes, exactly.
Let's see.
Or do you mean what brings us to the Magambia in general?
I was just more asking here at this place in particular, but I could probably ask that too.
And Sudere starts off, well, my family wants me to get a proper education, but Amaran magic, as I've said, is already the greatest. And Anchorroot says, oh, come on, Sudere, just shut up about that already. Yes, Amaran, or catfoot magic, can be quite good, but greatest? You are quite stubborn. And Noxella says, I mean, we're all quite stubborn if you think about it, believing what we say is correct. And Willard says, yeah, well, none of you have the leg up on the stubbornness of a dwarf. I came here to figure out a way to make the metal I make permanent, at least somehow, some way, sometime. And Anchorroot says, I came here to learn more about magic in the order of the world. And Noxella says, I came here to escape my family.
She'll just kind of look over, it's like, why?
They've literally planned every part of my life up until the day I die.
Oh, it's one of the... okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Which is also really weird, because I'm pretty sure I may or may not have already died at some point.
Huh.
Not undead, mind you, but healing hurts. The lawyer says, what's the difference? And she says, well, technically I've gone to a priest and I'm not undead. And now, Balthazar, you are drinking hand in hands with the equivalent of Nords from Skyrim.
Get bent.
What?
Goblin god of racism.
So, Balthazar, the blonde-haired man says, well, anyways, might as well go about introducing ourselves. My name is Rayloff. The woman across from me is Olivia Elderson, and the woman across from you is Agatha Hofstad. Do you have any questions for us?
He's looking at you while he's drinking from the flagon that his giant goblin nose is stuck in.
So is that a yes or a no, little man?
He blows out air and it makes bubbles.
Olivia, can you help him? I think his nose is stuck. And Olivia pulls down the drink. And she says, do you have questions for us, little man?
When you see his mouth, it's swollen and red, and he can still blah, 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 blah.
And Agatha jabs you with something and says, there you go.
Oh, who's the blonde guy?
My name, as I said, is Rayloff Erickson. I'm a son of a barkeeper, and I happen to be quite a good prospect as a wizard. I have great potential.
The guy.
Wait, really? You don't know who that is? Leader of the Ice Piece Project?
What's the Ice Piece Project?
Olivia says, "Oh, the largest and most well-recognized mercenary group in the world."
Why would I, a man studying medicine in the middle of Magambia, know about mercenary guilds?
And the redhead Agatha says, "Well, because we're your classmates."
So?
And Rayloff asks you, "What are you, like an antisocial nerd?"
What kind of answer is that? Why would I know about mercenaries? Well, we're in your class.
And Olivia says, "Well, yeah, I guess that's a fair enough point, but, like, you really don't pay attention to the people around you?"
No. I've been here like a day.
And Agatha says, "By the way, what exactly are you allergic to in that beer?"
I'm allergic to the hops and the chemical composition of alcohol and the water and the metal flagon.
And Rayloff says, "Wait, really? You're allergic to everything involved with the beer?"
That little bit of grit at the bottom of the mug from where the barkeep didn't clean it properly.
And Rayloff says, "No, my mug's clean."
Oh, that must have been from the nose. I do take another sip.
So, you are an interesting little man, but since you can drink with us, you might as well stay around for a bit. And Tardy, you're up next. You have Essie, Nyota, Wanjala, and Habram. Essie, you've met before. She's helped guide you through some things. Habram, you haven't met, or was at the table with you for the drinking contest, and Nyota and Wanjala are both new.
I tried so hard to make him revolting and unlikable, and he keeps making friends.
Well, maybe stop trying to be unlikable.
Well, what do you want me to do? I talk about cannibalism, and even that doesn't work.
They didn't know you talked about cannibalism.
Oh, maybe by the way, I want to drink. Maybe that'll get you.
No. Remember, you're under dominate spell. You don't know you want to eat Tardy.
No, I still want to. I just can't.
Well, yeah, but you can't say it either.
Also, it only said I can't eat him.
Yes.
I'm gonna drink him.
Well, that would require... He said you couldn't attack him either, which that would require.
Well, I'll just wait for something else to attack him, but do I have to eat the entire fruit?
In order to drop an alignment, yes.
Oh, well that's good. I can still taste Tardy.
Yes.
And drink it and not go evil. That I can.
Yes, and Tardy can give you 1 berry per day as a freebie, not against his ability.
I can drain him like a stuck pig.
Okay, that's enough. Let's continue.
Yes,
Tardy.
Ron, do you pull it? Dug you out of the corners? Like I heard that.
Frondi is at campus because Alvera will literally destroy him otherwise.
Frondi was sharing Tardy's senses.
Yeah, but Tardy is drunk, so the likelihood of that being possible is, you know what? Roll me highs or lows, Will.
Ties.
It's low, so no. Frondi is still back at campus. So, Tardy, you have Essie, Habram, Nyota, and Wanjala around you.
Tardy's very drunk.
Are you gonna pass out, Tardy?
And he just rolls over and he's just on his side now and he's asleep.
Okay. So, Zeros, you're up.
So, how you all holding up?
Tar says, "Oh, I'm doing fine now. It's been a while, but I think we're good to go as far as the alcohol goes."
Yeah, I feel a little better after I had something to eat.
Yes. And Zinga says, "By the way, do you happen to know the owner of the bar or something?"
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Ah, interesting. So, can you tell us why she keeps eating matches?
It's about where she came from. Don't worry about it.
And Sophia says, "Yeah, that's interesting, I guess. Do you know too much about where she came from?"
Never really asked. Just what I observed, that's all.
Ah, interesting. Do you want to get some more drinks for us, Zeros?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and we'll come back to you in a second. Gorefist and Nuru, it's your turn.
Well, at this point, it's just Gorvis is just sitting there, just because I'm not sure. Is that awkward look? Is like, so do I ask questions or you just tell me, look?
Nuru says, "You ask questions, and then I answer them, or try to."
Well, I don't really remember anything before I met members of the Ice Peace Project who kind of, I guess, brought me back to health, gave me a job for a bit. So I don't really know too much to ask. Like, I don't know where I'm from. I don't know, why or how I got here or any of that. So
Give me your palms. Let's do a little bit of palm reading.
okay. Don't do so.
Oh, right. Different kind of palms. I might still be able to work something out of this, and Nuru will have to make a religion check.
I am or you are?
Nuru will.
Okay. I'm just like, it's like, I hope it isn't me who has to roll that shit.
And Nuru looks through your palms and says, "Ah, yes, it seems as though you are from a far off shore. Interesting for a knoll, but more interesting, it looks like your family is looking for you, but not for the better."
Why would that be?
Unfortunately, that's all I can tell you at this moment in time.
Oh. That's concerning.
Yes, but I'm certain the students will be here for you when that time comes to pass. Also, I think it's a good time for us to take a little break, so we'll be right back. Thank you all for sitting through that break. So we are going to say, we are going to very quickly, do that 30 rounds of fortitude saves, alright?
Oh no.
So, we're gonna do this one round at a time, and we'll see who gets out of this first.
Okay.
So, we're gonna start off with Keat's table. So, Keat, whenever you're ready, roll me a fortitude save.
Give me a minute.
If it makes you feel any better, what she offered you was a vaccine against what you're currently allergic to.
Yeah, I know what an EpiPen is, Matt.
No, it's a bit stronger than an EpiPen. It'll give you better resistance to it in the future.
No, I want to be allergic to things forever.
Well, you still are going to be allergic. It'll just produce less severe symptoms.
It's just something to help you for the time being.
Alright, I'll roll my fortitude save.
Willard is one mistake from being out.
What's the fortitude?
Fortitude of, I believe it's 16.
Alright, am I rolling now?
Yes.
Oh wow, I have to roll a 10.
Yes. So once again, we are back to the members of the people from the land of the Norm Kings. By the way, Zeros, well, I'm just going through these drinking competitions to get to the next event a bit faster. Is there anything you'd be doing around these drinking competitions? Not necessarily joining, but do you have, like, bets going or anything like that?
A bet?
Yeah, do you have, like, a betting pool going for the people in the drinking competitions?
Yeah, that would absolutely be something that I would do. I'd be running the show, though, and collecting a commission off of it.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you for earn income from. I wasn't. I hope you were picking up what I was.
You got it,
down.
bud. Actually, I want to use a hero point on that.
Yes.
That was a bad roll.
So you only have like 100 of them or something.
Yeah, I try to use them sparingly though, so I'm never gonna run out.
Yes. And then Willard is out.
Willard!
Do I roll again?
God damn it.
Fortitude.
What's going on?
That is a failure, so you have 3 of 4 failures left, and you've technically already rolled this round, Estriel, so... Or wait, no you haven't. That was last round, my bad.
Alright, so I'm rolling again?
Yep. What about you, Gorefist? You want to join in on either of the drinking contests?
Wait, which ones are going on?
You have one between a bunch of Ulfin and Balthazar. And then another between Estriel and some of the students.
Yeah. Seeing Jazira at the table, it's just like definitely not going that one.
And Estriel, you are one failed fortitude to save away from being out.
Potentially get smacked, so no.
Also, you are dealing with a potentially high levels of alcohol poisoning, so...
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Looks like we got our first fail at Keats' table, our second fail at Keats' table. And so, and then Keat, your turn. And that's another success for Keat. We're going to increase the DC after this round by 1 point. Noxello got a crit failure. They weren't at any failures, so they're 2 away. Jazire succeeds. Estriel, you're good. And remember, person who wins pays for the drinks of everything involved. Ankarut also failed, so it's Jazire and Estriel are the old. Jazire is currently in the lead at that table. Okay, 1 higher DC, everyone. So it's 17 now. Agatha fails. Balthazar fails. Rayloff succeeds. Olivia succeeds. And then it's time for your save, Estriel.
Alright.
Estriel is out. Solo is 1 away from being out. Jazire is still ahead. And we're going to increase the DC again by 1 after this, everyone. Ankarut is at 1. So DC 18, everyone. And by the way, Estriel, you are at stage 4 alcohol poisoning.
Fun.
I will tell you what that entails in a second.
Isn't stage 4 usually the bad one?
Stage 4 isn't death. Stage 4 is clumsy 2 and sicken 2. So really, really drunk, in other words. Did you want to join the one that Estriel was involved in now that she's out, Gorefist?
No. If anything,
Agatha is 1 away from being out.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll?
You are good for this round. Ankarut is 2 away from being out. And then roll again for me, Balthazar. And, well, congratulations. By the way, DC is increasing by 1 for everyone. So Olivia is at 2 failures. We are at DC 20 at the moment. Rayloff is out. He is the lightest weight contender of that group. Actually, no, Agatha is. And Agatha is still in it with 2 failures left. Solo is out.
I saw Matt walks in with that like hooded cape, and she's Alvera, and Alvera just points to a sign on the wall that says "Do not serve."
And Ankarut is 1 away from being out. So Balthazar, you're in the final 3, and then we'll move on to the big drinking contest between the 2 winners.
Okay.
That is a failure. But currently you're only at 1 failure, where the others are at 2, so... That's a failure there. That's a failure there. You're now at 2 failures, and I guess I'll do yours first. Agatha succeeded. We are at DC 21 at the moment. And we have Olivia Elderson, who is making that fort save. So, Balthazar, you are almost tied with your people now.
Wait a minute. If I win, I don't. Why am I trying to win this?
Because Mom didn't raise no bitch. Now you're tied with the 2 people in there.
Because I can imagine Alvarez just watching this from the counter. She's just like, oh, the amount of money I'm going to make from this. Because she's already probably made a good amount from the amount of people here, but considering there's been a drinking contest going on since the start
Olivia
is
out. So it's just you and Agatha now, Balthazar. You have 1 failure, she has 1 failure. You're out, but let's see if Agatha's also out. Nope.
Hero point. Why did I do that? Yay!
Stage 5 intoxication. Clumsy 2, sickened 2, stupefied 2.
Oh my god!
And now we go over to the other table to see who Agatha is facing off against. Oh wait, Noxello. Didn't Noxello get knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So it's Ankarut and Shazire, and we're going off that same DC. Because if Ankarut gets a crit failure, then it's done. Shazire is failed. And Ankarut failed, so Shazire has to succeed, or Ankarut has to succeed. Shazire is out. Ankarut is out, which means our grand winner is this redhead with the eye patch and the thieves' tools. And Alvera, the grand total comes out to 30 gold.
And Alvera, God.
Which I believe the person who won was also the person who won your little betting thing there, Zero. So 30 gold was easy for them to accomplish.
Nice.
That being said, don't call her Aurora but Mommy. Come on.
Wait, who said what?
One of our commenters said that Agatha looks like Aurora, which is Matt's first wife, but Mommy edition. Speaking of which, making a grand reappearance after quite some time away, we have Ringo with his subordinates of Marcel.
Marcel!
Oh, great, the elf.
Huh?
Sorry, Reeve is still in the... Where is... I'm dragging and dropping Reeve.
Oh, you're dragging and dropping Reeve.
Oh, that would explain... That might explain it. He doesn't have a token, so... For some reason...
He should.
I know he should.
The other version of him from the other campaign did.
I know. It's just something that didn't hold up. I can fix that easily, though.
Seth is asking of Marcel right now.
Well, are you going to sing a lullaby for Seth?
As he walks over to the door, I was supposed to be on vacation. Why am I here?
Hello, Christian. Welcome to the listening box.
You are here for
Pleasure to be here.
You are here because you've been ordered to be here, and technically, your robot body was not on vacation. Speaking of which, Estriel, as you enter, the redheaded woman grabs you by the arm. It's like, Estriel, is that you? You're alive? You're alive!
Yeah? I think
so.
Oh,
I don't have control of Reeve's token, by the way.
I will fix that.
Also, why are there 2 Ringos?
There shouldn't be.
We are fucking Alpha so drunk.
We're multiplying. Today, 2 Ringos. Tomorrow, 4.
And now Vero will make sure to ban them all.
we will soon be able to overpower you, level 20 or not. Because there will also be 4 bees.
No frog signs allowed, sorry.
Taps on the phones.
No, don't worry about controlling him. This is sort of... And, Agatha says to you, Estriel, you basically raised me when we were in the spirit world together.
Cringe.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You don't remember, do
you? I mean, Grash, she's still really drunk, isn't she?
Agatha?
No, yeah. Estriel.
Why is Estriel... Not Estriel, sorry. Marcel. She's talking to Marcel.
Marcel. Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
Marcel. You basically raised me when we were in the spirit world.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You don't remember me, do you?
She just kind of like shrugs, like, not really. There's not a whole lot I really remember.
Don't worry, hopefully it'll come back. It's not a major deal or anything. And she turns around and puts her face in her hands.
This woman is crying.
As you say that, you feel something stab your little foot.
My foot hurts. Now I'm crying too.
So that's 4 piercing plus 6 precision damage.
Oh, I'm gonna be so sick because I'm eating at the same time of this.
I'm flattered, but God.
What do you mean you're flattered? Rayloff asked you.
Ouchie.
You might just want to mute at this point, Silver. Just mute up, deafen, just calm down, eat.
Okay.
So basically, at this moment, it was that little scene at the end of Finding the Artist of the Last Generation, where Matt tells you, "Oh, you all did a wonderful job. Keep up the good work. Yada yada. By the way, Ringo, you are getting a promotion."
Yay! I got another promotion for nothing.
Well, no, this is when you actually would have officially earned your title as Sergeant Major.
Oh my god.
Or not Sergeant Major, whatever type of sergeant you are again.
Let me know when you get back to those two.
So, basically, Ringo, Matt walks up to you and is like, basically, Ringo, this means you need a lot of paperwork, and then he punches you, and you're sober again.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that you promoted me to 7-star.
What did you say? I actually didn't hear you.
I think he just made the joke. He promoted him the 7-star general, and I'm like, nah, fam. That was definitely not the case.
That is definitely not the case, Ringo, because I can't trust you to stay sober without magical interference.
Well, that's hypocritical.
What do you mean that's hypocritical?
Okay, buddy.
What are you talking about? What are you trying to say, Ringo?
I'm saying you're a raging alcoholic.
I am not an alcoholic. That would require me to be intoxicated.
God.
Why do you drink? What's the purpose?
Just let me know when we get back to
I drink because it's more likely to not carry malaria than water.
You're like one of the least... What's your fortitude save? You don't have to worry about malaria.
I mean, I don't have to worry about alcohol now, do I?
I bet you could never handle the amount of cocaine I consume in 3 seconds. I know this because I can't handle it.
Honestly, if we're being honest here, Ringo, I probably could handle that.
Well, then I don't have any more comebacks.
Yeah, this is sort of why we need to get you sober. So it's time for you to start the 7-step program, Ringo.
Oh, baby, let go of me, no. The other baby walks in. Hi, guys, what I miss?
What?
What?
Anyways, Alvara, can I get 5 more of those? They were quite delicious.
Of course. And then she just leans over, it's like, also you owe me for the restock.
I literally pay your salary, but I wasn't expecting a discount today anyways.
Oh my god.
But yes, Agatha is crying. Thank you, Balthazar.
You're welcome. I'm very observant, especially about sorrow.
You know, I was gonna say if we were gonna get back to
you feel another stab in your other foot, Balthazar.
I fall. And you know how in like cartoons wood floors have those holes in them that like peg legs get stuck in?
Yeah.
Yeah, my nose is stuck in one of those.
So that is another 4 damage.
Hooray, pain!
With another 2
God damn it, if this goes
damage.
any further, I'm gonna have to take an emergency bathroom break.
Which means you're unconscious, but it was all non-lethal damage, so you're just unconscious.
I'm no longer crying, I'm screaming.
No, you aren't screaming, you're unconscious.
No. So, no, he is screaming, and Matt walks over, looks at him, and is like, poor buddy, I didn't know he knew how to use the victory star.
Victory screech.
That's actually rather offensive, dude. Anyways, Ringo, yes, we need to get you sober. So this is on. I actually have to look up the calendar days of Galarian because they're different.
Yep.
What do you mean sober? Did we have a conversation or something?
Vaso Volso's report, buddy. So, anyways, on wheel days, you are going to be attending the 7-step program sponsored by Drug Addicts Anonymous.
Okay.
So, for those of you not versed in Galarian's lore, wheel day is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the rest of the week, we are going to purposely bog you down with paperwork in the evenings and important duties so that you can't go to a bar and drink or buy drugs.
Joke's on you. I will think of something later.
And we're also going to be continually searching your quarters to make sure you don't have any
illicit goods.
Yeah, contraband, that's it. And if you manage to stay sober for 2 years, I will promote you to captain.
Got it. I only have to be sober for 2 years.
And if you fail to stay sober past that point, you're going to be sent to jail.
Oh no, I could probably find some toilet booze in jail. I accept these terms. I'll try my best.
Oh no, we were going to send you to a military prison because you would be court-martialed.
And then I'd try my best to stay sober.
I just wanted to clarify because there's no toilet alcohol in military prisons.
Why not?
Because you think regular prisons search constantly? Man, you have nothing on military prisons.
No, they know about
it. It should be relatively tame now to continue with Marcel.
They just don't care. It's just not contraband.
It would be contraband in your case, so they would know.
Alright.
By the way, can we just take a second to admire the level... tenacity. No, the level of character flaw that here, you know, how do I put this? The level of character that Keat consistently brings, illiterate in a setting where regular intelligence being illiterate is rather weird, are horribly drug addicted as a member of one of the most well-known mercenary groups, as well as a world-renowned archaeologist.
So those just come together. That had nothing to do with me, really.
I mean, you were the one who gave him the flaw of being addicted to cocaine.
Well, no, I'm the one that made him an archaeologist. That just goes with it.
So every archaeologist is addicted to cocaine. Okay.
He did make the joke that
we have a question for you.
He did actually make the joke that most of the archaeologists in the world are high on some substance while they work.
I mean, just look at Nico Robbins. He's Blitz.
By the way, Reeves, I'm gonna give you a moment to speak here. Just give me a second to pull up the thing you asked me to.
Hold on, wait for it. It's gonna be out of queue.
So once again, just let me know when we get back to Marcel's conversation. That should be tame now. Oh god.
By the way, you get not quite yet. I'm waiting for it to load on.
Okay. Could I start speaking though before it
Yes, of course.
So Reeve walks in and is like, Zeros, I was supposed to go to the harvest. To my greater purpose. And Reeve cuts in himself on the speaker. Yo, I was supposed to scrap this thing to become a new boombox. But apparently now wants to go to Bard school. Fuck. I'm just gonna let him do what he wants. Here. He's got a song for you. Master says I can play. Yay. He takes out a kazoo.
It's playing. It's playing.
It is. It's playing. It's playing. That's why I'm laughing.
And it starts playing.
Yes.
Oh, God,
wait, wrong character sheet.
So, Balthazar, you get a health potion. You're back to full.
And the board is stuck on my nose.
Actually, that's not bad. I'll take that roll.
You rise and the board is stuck on your nose.
Yeah.
And then Agatha turns back to Marcel. It's like, Marcel, how is the memory doing now?
I mean, I'm still a little rough on... It's just been a long time, and I've forgotten a lot of things, so I'm sorry that this isn't one of them that I remember.
No worries. I mean, you were just murdered, to my knowledge. I don't know whether to be happy or cry.
Because then she just kind of, like, preemptively just kind of offers, like, just holds her arms out, kind of offering to, like, comfort somehow.
Oh, thank you for the hug, Mom. Did she hug you?
What?
Yeah, she says, thanks for the hug, Mom, and she hugs you.
And then she just kind of hugs her. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'll remember it at some point, just right now I don't.
Hopefully, that would be nice.
I'm still slowly working on it. There are at least some things I remember.
Well, you did take a bullet to the head.
Yeah.
And then I believe Trap Trick told you the truth is the game was rigged from the start.
Yeah. There was a point in time that he visited me recently.
Oh.
At least on my adventures.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he tried to go after me again, but that didn't quite work out for him.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that you're alive, Mom.
She's still trying to process the thought of this going on.
I'm also still a little sad that Dad killed you, but that's not important.
Fucking excuse me.
Oh, no, you two were just like a mother and father to me. You weren't, like, involved or entangled, if you get my drift.
Okay.
I can guess. I understand how that can be confusing, though. Then back at the bar, Matt says, yeah. Oh, by the way, Alvaro, I need a couple of beers now.
Oh, God damn it. Just under her breath, you could just hear her groan, and then, God damn it.
Hey, just be lucky this is only a copy of me.
She, like, looks over a copy of it. She's, like, groans again, just slinks off to go start working on the drinks.
Yeah, you know, the Justice Orb. I couldn't actually come here directly myself. That's why Graves isn't with me at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes. Technically, we still got 2 weeks until I actually am able to get here. But I brought the students I had started training with me. And let's see what they're currently up to. Rayloff is over there, Blair Witching it in the corner. Olivia looks weirded out, and Agatha is hugging Marcel. And calling her mommy.
But brown and splinters.
Matt walks over to Balthazar, pulls the board off his face, walks back, drinks both the beers. By the way, Alvaro, I think Balthazar owes you 5 gold for the plank of wood.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does, which means our grand winner tonight, for who spent the gold the slowest, is still yet to be determined, because Estriel is still in the race.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And I've only spent 1 copper.
Wait,
1 copper. That's it.
I mean, to be fair, all she did is she got caught up in a drinking contest and has done nothing else except that.
You know what? Let's see if any of you who got caught up in the drinking contest make some bad decisions tonight. Estriel, highs or lows?
Oh dear God. What is my brain deciding? Hi.
It's lows. You are making bad decisions tonight.
No.
Balthazar, highs or lows, and we'll see if you make a bad decision.
Son of a bitch.
To another.
What did you say, highs or lows?
Is this gonna lead to another woman's death?
Maybe.
No.
Well, the answer, regardless, is highs.
So it's lows.
Oh no.
And then, you know what, Zeros? You're not entirely sober, but I'll roll twice, and one of them just has to be high or low, depending upon your choice. So, highs or lows?
We're gonna go with high.
1 high, so you're good. And Gorefist, highs or lows?
Good question. Mega Man.
What?
High.
It's lows.
Yeah, I'm making some type of bad decision tonight.
Yep. So, Balthazar, I have good and bad news. Your mother has called you with a proposition for an arranged marriage to a nice goblin lady.
Okay.
What is your answer when you're drunk?
Okay.
Gorefist, Anchor Root, in an even more drunken state than you are in, comes over and starts hitting on you. Do you accept her advances?
I am, at that point, very, very confused. But me in my drunken state, I'm going to go high or low on this one because it's like...
Okay, which one?
Am I sober enough to... No, here's the thing. Am I sober enough to understand what's going on?
Yes. You're not that drunk.
Okay. No, well, more because also freaking...
Oh, you mean like are you smart enough to determine a girl is hitting on another girl? No? Yeah, let's see. Highs or lows?
Highs.
It's lows. So,
okay.
You don't understand it's another woman.
It's one of those things where I don't know what's going on, so it's literally like I don't know. It's literally the I'm not saying no outright, but I'm also like, I don't know exactly what you're referring to as she's trying to use innuendos.
Well, let's see. Highs or lows to whether or not you accept her advances. Oh, right. You got to say it first. Highs or lows?
It's like, you got to say it first. Okay, well, let's roll that D20 and see if it matches with a high.
It's a high.
Okay.
So, the ball's in your court. Do you say yes or no?
Well, you just kind of said yes on that, so yes.
Okie dokie. Zeros, highs or lows?
I love Seth's comment.
Oh, wait, no. Zeros, you aren't making bad decisions. Estriel, let's see what your bad decision is, buddy.
What tries to happen to me anyway, under the presumption?
Oh God, what is
Does
the
anything come up,
doing?
or do I just collect my money from my work check?
You just collect your money from your work. You also collect the money from the other people. As you are a grand winner in tonight's tale of who can spend the gold the slowest. And Estriel,
because you got more.
Let's see. Your bird tells you that something is going wrong. Do you follow your bird out into the middle of the Mwangi expanse to try and find out what's going wrong while you're intoxicated as you are?
No, dear God. I mean, considering it's her bird, she's going to agree. Which is the bad part about it.
Okie dokie. So, unfortunately, Estriel, the thing you found out about in the Mwangi expanse that was going on is that your bird particularly likes a particular species of rabbit to eat. Also, you don't know where you are or how you got there anymore. And you're sober. And it's morning.
Not knowing where they are, a typical Silver character.
Oh my God.
Which means that someone's gonna have to go find you and bring you back to civilization. Let's see, who is going to find you and bring you back to civilization, Silver? Highs or lows?
Low.
It is highs. Meaning that the nurse, who you have not quite met yet, school doctor would be a better term, healer, Dr. Coffee, or Kathy, who looks like this, and is a cleric of Nethys, by the way, cloistered cleric of Nethys, tells you, okay, child, follow me. Professor Magnum mentioned you didn't make it home after the whole party last night. So let's go get you home, tuck you into a bed, and you and your friends are going to sleep off your hangovers. Also, what in Nethys' name brought you out to this forsaken part of the forest?
And she just kind of gradually points at the bird.
The bird gradually points at a couple of dead rabbits. I will have to admit your bird to the ER because those rabbits are horribly, horribly poisonous.
And in danger. How could you?
And follow me, and she goes over, picks up your bird, and then grabs you by the hand and leads you back to the Magambia and literally tucks you into a bed in the office of the nurses where the rest of all of the students are, well, the ones who participated in the drinking contest, or had any of that lava drink. And Kathy looks at the two adults who are in the room at the moment, which are Alvera and Matt, and she looks at both of them and says, "What did we learn, Alvera?"
To not give people the lava set because it's too much.
I'm more just like learn how to cut people off when they're too drunk. And Matt, what did we learn? To not bring on their first day in a new city a bunch of elfin warriors to a bar. Good. They do not pay me enough for this job. What do they pay you? They do not pay me enough for this job.
My liver hurt.
Oh, shut up, you pansy. And, I think, oh, by the way, Zeros, you're there, collecting a bit more income because, you know, you're helping with all the people who are needing to be babysitted after their hangover.
Yup.
Wonder what Marcel's
So
doing.
that is going to be it for this weekend. Thank you all for coming, both the viewers and the players, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.